Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, and this is how to make absolutely blazing hot that'll burn your mouth and your face ghost pepper wings. So I'm going to go through step by step. First thing you can see, I got my wingettes and my drummettes in my air fryer, and you can, by the way, you can expand this video's description and click the link there to find everything I'm using. But I've coated them with olive oil. I sprayed them with olive oil and put some garlic powder on them. So I'm going to put these in the air fryer to start out 390 for 22 minutes, and then the final phase I'll crisp them at 400 for a few minutes. Depending upon your wing size, it could take a little bit longer. So now we're going to make the sauce. So it's actually really simple. Get you some butter, put you a little bit of butter in there. Hot sauce. You don't have to get the fancy hot sauce. I just got this generic store brand hot sauce, because this is just the kind of the base of what we're creating here. So you don't have to make too much. I mean, depending upon how many wings you're making, how saucy you want them, you know, that's up to you. Next thing you want to add is a little bit of cola. You can add whatever kind of cola, just to add a little bit extra sweet to it. So add some cola there. Get you some Worcestershire. Add you some Worcestershire. And then you can't forget about fresh ground pepper. Some sea salt. And then the main ingredient, y'all. The main ingredient. This stuff is extremely hot. And it's, you know, it's very hot, but it's got a wonderful smoky flavor profile to it. Now, depending upon your heat tolerance, if you put as much as I'm putting right now, you're probably going to be in pain for a few hours. But I like a really spicy, extremely overwhelmingly spicy hot wing that still has flavor. So, you know, this is an excellent way to accomplish that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn this sucker on. And we just want to get this sauce. We want to get this sauce just right, man. I mean, you know, we want to get this just right. It doesn't take long. You just kind of stir it in. You want the butter. See, with a buffalo sauce, buffalo style sauce, you want that butteriness to it. If you just do hot sauce, you're typically just going to get heat with minimal amount of flavor, and also minimal amount of let's just call it mouthfeel. Because when you have a wing that has a sauce like this, it's blended with the ghost pepper. I mean, ghost pepper powder, man. I mean, this isn't some of that diluted stuff. This is proper powder for ghost pepper. So when you blend that with the soda, the Worcestershire, the sea salt, the freshly ground pepper. I can't emphasize how important freshly ground pepper is, because regular pepper that you get in those little packets or box thing or whatever, it just has no flavor. Freshly ground pepper has a really good flavor, so you're getting the extra pepperiness from the I think it's, what are they, chilitary peppercorns. So, you know, we're just gonna stir this, make it blend together here. Because what we'll do once we finish, and we'll get to that step in a minute. Once the wings are crispy and ready, we're going to toss them in a mixing bowl in this sauce. And I mean, this stuff, man, I mean, you're talking about burning your face off. You know, depending upon how much you choose to put in there, this can be overwhelmingly hot. And actually, what I've just created for most people, unless you really like spice and you're an experienced spicy pepper eater, this would be a miserable experience for you. So, you know, again, I'm doing this because I like really spicy food. but I like really spicy food that is flavorful. And that's the thing I get. See, that's already ready. That's the thing I get with this. I get the flavor, I get the smokiness, this ghost powder that I use. And again, expand this video's description and click the link there. You can find all the ingredients, but the smokiness from this ghost pepper. So it's not just an extremely hot ghost pepper powder. It's got a nice flavor profile to it, you know, with the smokiness. So you're getting a very well executed hot wing. You're getting a very, just again, burn your face off hot wing, but you're getting the wonderful flavor profile. It's not just pure pain, it's the pain plus the flavor profile. So again, very simple sauce, and you're going to see this here when those wings are ready. We got about another 20 minutes because I'm going to, you know, finish them up at 400, make them extra crispy. But we're going to pull those suckers out and toss them in this sauce, man, and you're going to be teleported into the next world of wings, man. Now I don't want to drip. I want to pull them out because there's olive oil that's down there in the bottom, and I don't really want to drench them in that. So I'm taking my time here, putting them in a mixing bowl. And then we get this just painfully hot sauce and just dump it, man. I mean, there's no reason to try to do this in some sort of professional way. Just dump it out. Oh yeah. Stir these suckers around, toss these suckers around in that just painfully. I mean, this is gonna be so hot, man. And again, I caution y'all, you know, do not, what I would encourage you to do, if you're gonna go you know, maybe your tolerance to spicy ghost pepper and other types of peppers isn't really that great. What I would encourage you to do is start out with some of the milder peppers. You know, start out with something very low on the Scoville scale, and then just kind of work your way up. And before you attempt something like I'm doing here with these, I would, you know, just take just a few small specks. I'd moisten my finger in the faucet, and I would get a few small specks of the ghost pepper powder like I use, and just kind of see what it does when it hits your lips or your tongue. Just kind of have a reasonable expectation for how insanely hot this can become, because, you know, you saw me, and I was generously dumping in that ghost pepper powder, man. So I mean, these are going to be painfully hot, but that's what I want. You know, I like really spicy food that has really good flavor, and the flavor profile of this should be phenomenal. We notice that as soon as I pulled these puppies out of the air fryer, that I immediately put them in my mixing bowl and I'm tossing them. And that's important because you just really want that good, super hot wing just to go in the sauce. And see, now what we're gonna do, after I toss them a little bit longer, we're gonna serve them on the plate and then immediately eat. You don't want to eat chicken wings that have cooled down. You know, part of the effect is not just the spice, in this case insanely spicy nature of the wings, but also the food temperature. You know, you want it right out of the air fryer. You want it nice and hot with heat, you know, with temperature. And part of that's because you don't want a wing that's not crispy. I mean, unless you're doing a smoked wing or something like that, it's a little bit different. But, you know, this is a traditional fried chicken wing, but, you know, in this case, it's air fried. So it's in my opinion, since I've started air frying, I've discontinued traditional deep frying with grease. There's just no point. I mean, I can do this with olive oil. I can achieve the crispiness without all the grease. So, yeah, so I think we're we're about ready to plate these puppies. Let me get a plate here and I'm going to show you how I serve my wings. This is not hot, by the way. This has been off. So what I do, there's probably some chefs out there, you're like, man, it's like you're doing it all the wrong way. And that's fine. I mean, you know, I'm Chef IrixGuy. I do it how I like to do it. And, you know, it may not be the presentation that people are looking. Now see, if you really want to go crazy, just drizzle it with that extra sauce, man. Oh yeah. Woo. Now we're gonna have to have something to dip them in. Some people like blue cheese. Some people like blue cheese. Some people like ranch. I just like a little bit of ranch. Not too much, just a little bit to dip with, you know, nothing too extreme. And then I'll reposition myself over here at the dining table, and we're gonna see how hot these are. So they've cooled down for a minute or so, so they're not too temperature hot. Woo, too temperature hot to touch. So now, you know, just a good, and again, the term healthy is subjective. This is less unhealthy than a traditionally fried chicken wing. It's air fried. It tastes very good. Actually, there's no restaurant that I'm aware of where I can go out and buy wings, number one, at this price point, and number two, that's going to provide the quality of chicken and just the flavor profile that I get from this ghost pepper. So let's dive into these here. Notice I didn't put any sides. I didn't put carrots or celery or any of that. This is just pure protein, man. Whoa. Crispy. Insanely spicy. A cautionary word. If you make something that's spicy, don't touch your face and wash your hands thoroughly before you go pee. If you go pee, it could really burn if you don't wash your hands first. There's no sort of award for me finishing these. Just the satisfaction of knowing that it tasted great, and man, they're doing exactly what I wanted. Just an insanely spicy. I mean, if you could imagine, you just feel the heat. It feels like it's trying to come out top of your head. But the ghost pepper powder, like I use, and again, you can expand this video's description and click the link there to find where to order it. It's not that expensive, and the good thing is it should last a long time. I mean, especially if you don't want to make things blazing hot like I do. But it's got a good smokiness, but it's got that, I mean, it is knock you in your face ghost pepper. But we're getting flavor here. We're not just getting spice. I mean, getting a ton of spice. I mean, I am in agony right now, but that's good flavor. It's a great breakfast. I know a soda is probably not that healthy, but my thing is I like to eat just a lot of protein. Grilled meats, air fried meats, fresh vegetables. I mean, these are spot on, man. The texture, the flavor, the temperature, the spice level. For me, the spice level is right on. And you need to check out, you need to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and check out my air fry with IrixGuy video playlist, because I've got some videos where I go in depth with other hot wing preparations that I do. And a lot of other good stuff too, like okra and French fries. And see, this would be, if you didn't just want pure protein like I was doing this morning, this would be good to pair with some air fried French fries. Fresh cut fries that you cook in the air fryer. You're really gonna like that video. I mean, just get potatoes and cut them up. Sea salt, black pepper, olive oil. Air fry those suckers, and I mean, you've got an amazing French fry that is not as unhealthy as like a deep fried French fry. It's got better flavor. Doesn't have the grease. Man, look at this. I just dipped it in that sauce. Whoa. One thing I never do, if I'm taking clients out, I never eat chicken wings or barbecue ribs. Those are two foods. I mean, you just gotta eat them with your hands like this. Elbows on the table too. I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do, man. But I guess some clients that have done business with me for a while, if they know, just like good food, just be real and don't try to put on all the show manners and all that. I guess you could eat chicken wings. Man, this is challenging. It's challenging because it's so spicy. I mean, again, you can control the amount of spice, man. But that butter in the sauce is significant. You gotta have that butter in there, man. And if you didn't want to use butter, you could use margarine. Margarine works well too. Oh, I'm just gonna roll this one around in the sauce, man. Woo! think I can do it. My nose, man, is just like, whoa. Mm. I try to eat everything off the bones, but the good thing is I got about 8 raccoons, so they love, they even like the ghost pepper. It's amazing. Raccoons love it. So I don't let anything go to waste. I let my raccoons have the leftovers. Speaking of that, check out my raccoon video playlist. There's a tiny amount of hard to get to meat on the bones, but the raccoons will love it. I got fake teeth and the crack of veneer. You don't want to crack a veneer. Then I gotta get a numb back up, and they go in and they fit another tooth, and you gotta go get numb back up. They put the tooth on, and it's painful and inconvenient. Speaking of painful, that was an accomplishment. So this is one of the ways that I make extremely, I mean, my whole face, my head and everything right now is on fire. My nose is like just dripping. But that is how I make extremely hot, extremely spicy, I should say. Extremely spicy ghost pepper chicken wings. But again, with this preparation, you get the smokiness, you get the good flavor. It's not just painful with spice for the sake of being painful with spice. Excellent flavor profile. Again, the air fried wings, the way I do them, super crispy. Chicken was moist, even though the wings were very crispy on the outside. Pair this with a little bit of ranch or blue cheese. And most importantly, don't forget to wash your hands before you go pee. Yes, you will be in pain, man. Thanks for your viewership. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to do so. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified when I post another video. And again, as a reminder, check out my air fry with IrixGuy video playlist. I've got a ton of air fryer recipes now. Lots more coming soon. If there's anything that you would like for me to create a video and show you how to prepare, comment below, man, and I'll try to post a video. So yeah, I just like to cook, you know, real food, nothing, you know, I'm not trying to be fancy and I'm not trying to do any of this. Just good, tasty, flavorful food. Thanks for your viewership and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain IrixGuy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership and y'all have a good day.